Yeah, good morning, guys, and mine happened to our friends there in the Philippines. Up on the screen, the brain surgeon from the BossHog, the scammer of Bohol. He has a problem. I absolutely have to solve this problem. Well, Brian, we can help you. We can help you. But before we do, guys, just take a look at the up and coming video clips.
I'm pissed and I'm over it. I have to figure out some way to secure these seeds to keep the rats out of them. Keeping them in the house, there's just as many rats in the house as there are outside the house. Although Ming Ming has got a couple wounds on her, and Marcel has heard some ruckus. So Ming Ming is trying, but some of these rats here are as big as she is, and the one she tangled with last night wasn't taking any crap. So it's too much to ask for Ming Ming.
So, guys, there you have it. There's more rats in the house at the Bohol, he says, than they're outside. And some of these rats are as big as Ming Ming. And what I'd like to say is this. In the past, we have done videos about the rats, about the rat infestation, and we have advised, we have pointed out and called out BossHog about the shithole that he lives in. And he says he absolutely has to solve this problem. Now, I'm just going to educate you a little bit, Brian. Rats been around longer than you have. You must have heard of the almighty rat plague that killed millions of people in the past. Do you remember that, Brian? Rats are the scourge of society. We all know that. And there is a very, very simple solution. Unfortunately, putting rat traps with butter in them is not one of them. Simple solution, and that is clean this shithole up. What you have at the hovel is rat heaven. Rubbish, jungle, places for them to hide. You have got rat heaven at the Bohovel. In that video, you said you were doing a live stream on your roof deck, and you saw a rat scurry along the roof and leap from one building to the other. Now, when you're seeing rats in the daytime, that tells you it's a major infestation. Because when you see a rat in the daytime, they are the rat that cannot compete at night for the food. So they have to come out and be active in daylight, in broad daylight. And to help you out, Brian, what we're going to do is we're going to give you some examples of what you can do rather than spend subscribers' money and donations, because that's what you're looking for. You're looking for donations to end the rat problem. Well, it's time, Brian, for you to help yourself. And I am taking this time to give you the advice and give you examples of what you can do to help yourself and your family rid the shithole that you live in of rats. So with that in mind, guys, take a look at this next screenshot. Yeah, guys, so in this screenshot, what you're looking at is the Aussie farmer, Will's property in Davao. And Brian, just to educate you and help you out, Rats, they need hiding places. They need runs. They do not like to be out in the open. So when you create an environment that's not rat friendly, like what you see on the screen, of course, you won't see rats. You won't create that rat heaven that you have at the Bohovel. Look at the plush land here. It's almost like a lawn. You could play golf on that piece of land that Will's got on Will's farm. This is what you need to be aiming for, Brian. And with that in mind, take a look at this next screenshot. Now again, Brian, on this screenshot, again, it's from the Aussie farmer. It's from Will's property in Davao. And Will's just stepped out of his back door of the house. And he's not stumbling on rubbish and trash. He's not likely to trip on wires, hoses, pieces of old metal. Look at this screenshot, Brian. This is what you need to be aiming for. You need to be creating exactly the same thing that Will has got in Davao. Rats love shit and shitholes like the one you live in. They do not like open, clean spaces, places where they cannot hide and cannot run without being seen. They need rubbish. This is what you need to be doing, Brian. This is an example for you. Take a good look and get off your lazy fat arse and do something about it. Guys, one more example. Just take a look at this next screenshot. Yeah, Brian, in this screenshot, which is taken adjacent to William's house, if you look down the property, you will not see any trash, any rubbish, any obstacles. You can clearly look right down the property from front to back. I think Will calls the back end of his property the paddock. You can look all the way through there and you will not see any trash, any rubbish, any hiding places for rats. So this is what you need to be achieving at the Bohovel. When you step out of your back door, Brian, you can't even see the ponds. You cannot even see the lean-to that you're living in at the moment. When you step out your back door, all you see is trash. So guys, with that in mind, let's return to the main screen, shall we? So Brian, no amount of poison, no amount of traps will ever get rid of rats. I am not saying that Will in Davao hasn't got rats on his property, but what Will has done is reduced the likelihood of having a rat infestation by keeping the place clean and tidy. Something that you have neglected to do over the last 4 years. And to be perfectly honest with you, you said there's more rats in the house than outside. And that does not surprise me in the slightest, because after 4 years of living at that Bohovel, at that shithole, that jungle, the rats have moved in and they have taken over. And they've taken over because you are one lazy ass farmer who will not get up off his ass and clean the shithole up. Do some sort of landscaping. All you have is a rubbish strewn shithole. You and you alone are the only person to blame for the rat infestation. I absolutely have to solve the problem. We give you the advice, you can solve the problem by sorting the shithole out. Don't be expecting people to help you out, Brian, with donations for rat poison and rat traps and ballot buying boxes, because that's the excuse you use. And now you want a ballot buying box, don't you? And while we're on the subject of ballot buying boxes, you recently uploaded a video with regards to a soon to be arriving typhoon. Sown a seed in the minds of your subscribers prior to the typhoon arriving. It may hit us directly, you say, it may not. So, are you setting up, Brian, for another Begfest, like your last Begfest, when you conned and scammed people out of their hard-earned money, where you sat in that e-begging van begging for donations for your concrete roof, which turned out to be a wooden roof with a nipper roof on top, which, if another typhoon hits, is going to blow that to Cebu. So, I hope we've helped you out, Brian, with your rat problem. And what I would suggest you did is that you start living your life, you know, the way an honest person does. Because the way you're living it at the moment with your scamming and your e-begging, karma is going to visit you. There's no question about that. And cleaning your property up, that you can look around and see where you're going, and you can see who's out there, might just help you solve your rat problem. So guys, till the next time, from the BossHog rat infested shithole, bye for now.